What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining us for another episode of Royally Fault. I see you in the chat
Oh.
already, Baker. Saturday, 8:36 in the morning, right? And yeah, it's not too bad of a list this week. A bunch of good stuff on there, some good covers. What do you think, Marvell? You took a look at it earlier.
Yeah, like we were just kind of saying backstage a few minutes ago. I feel, it's more of a cover by kind of week more than it is a an actual kind of storyline type of thing. But there is one title in there that I guess has a little bit of a speculative type of this is the next big thing type of thing. So yeah, we'll see.
Right? And I think I know what Baker's really excited about. We'll get there. We'll go ahead and just jump right into it today. And go ahead and throw these slides up there. So first up this week, we've got Batman, Catwoman, Gotham Wars, Scorched Earth #1. This is the cover D foil. Uh, you know, pretty dope Catwoman cover there. And we're getting the end of Gotham War, which I'll be honest, for me, could not come soon enough. I haven't been a fan of the Gotham War event, I guess, so much. I know
Yeah, it's been not really rough, but to me, like I just don't really know what we're stretching out into it. I didn't read Joker War, but I feel like it's kind of the same thing all over again, and so these are kind of the same things that they kind of go through in Gotham all the time. There's too many criminals, and how do we deal with the criminals, and then do we need to make a whole event out of it, type of thing. So yeah, it kind of could have been like a something a little more self-contained.
right? And it seems like some of the characterizations are maybe a little bit I don't know, just a little bit off to me. But what can you do? Either way, Gotham War's ending, so we'll be moving into whatever the next big thing with Batman is. I'm sure it'll be some bullshit.
Which I don't think they've really announced. I mean, they usually kind of let you know like what's coming up next, and I don't think we've really heard anything, or they haven't really given us any teasers about.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't
anything.
think they have either, actually. So maybe we'll get some kind of surprise ending to how Gotham War finishes up. We'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see.
another crisis event, I'm sure.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's what we
Right.
need.
Speaking of crises, next up we've got Punisher #1. This is the cover A, and this one's specifically on here because, so from the synopsis, obviously it kind of leads you to believe that, the new identity of the Punisher will be a little bit mysterious. It might be Frank Castle, it might be somebody else. They're not really saying yet, so it's a
I thought they,
possible new
I think
Punisher.
they did mention it. I think he's some like a
I
former.
thought they did too, but
Yeah,
yeah, I had thought that they had already put out that it was somebody different, and all of that. But from the solicitations, they're kind of leaning into it could be Frank Castle, or it could have something to do with it, or some shit like that. I don't know.
yeah. Or
We'll
we're gonna
see.
have two Punishers running around. But I mean, if you did read the Jason Aaron run, we kind of knew how that ended, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously that's going to be very short lived. So we'll see.
Right? Maybe Punisher War.
Oh God, don't even.
Is that what we're going to? Multiverse of Punishers.
Yeah,
That's what's next.
Punisher verse.
Right. All right. Next up, we've got Star Wars: The High Republic #1, and you've probably heard us mention Star Wars: The High Republic on FOC a few times over the last couple of years because this is the third time. This is the third volume of High Republic that we're getting. Um, there's nothing specific in the synopsis about, new firsts or anything like that. But with Star Wars, I mean, there's always that chance, right?
Yeah, and
Definitely.
this is the third Marvel one, but then there's the
Yeah.
IDW. There's really been five, haven't there, or something like that?
Yeah, because they did
Adventures and Adventures Continue, or something like
yeah.
that.
Yep. So yeah, you're right. There's actually, I guess, been 5 different volumes now. Yeah. At least they're giving us plenty of High Republic material. So
Yeah.
maybe eventually they'll even start covering it live action. I know that's the plan. They just haven't really actually announced any projects yet. I don't think, fully anyway. So yeah,
Yet, anyways.
yet it's on the slate. Baker, it's time to wake up. This is just for you. Actually, this cover is for me too, man. I love this cover. Uh, King Spawn number 27. This is just the A cover, and it's just a fantastic cover with the skull there with, the old military helmet and gun. I mean, just, you can't beat it, right?
Yeah. And you know what? I don't know what's going on in King Spawn or really anything in the Spawn world, but this is a great cover. It's by Dan Panosian. And honestly, if they made a foil out of this, where like all the yellow is, that would have been so good.
Be a banger. I'll be honest. As far as Spawn series goes, King Spawn is probably my least favorite of them. But I mean, you can't knock it for the covers.
Oh,
as far as the reads, yeah, it's my least favorite of the Spawn series that's currently going on. Definitely grabbing this fucking cover for sure. All right. And next up, we've got Transformers number 1 getting a number of second prints. So we've got, it looks like 5 open order covers on this second printing. So you got the A and the B, which your A cover is going to be, Optimus Prime with the Autobots logo there in the background and the white cover. Your B cover is Starscream with the Decepticons logo on the white cover. And then you got your C and the D, which your C, I believe, was, Optimus and a couple of the other Autobots. And your D was, I believe, Soundwave and the cassettes. Just in, some kind of drawn scenes there. They're pretty cool. But this one, I guess, the E cover is supposed to be, it was listed as a spoiler at one point, but here we go. We have images for it, and it is a spoiler, for the series itself. So I'm actually kind of surprised they did put the artwork out, but already. But I guess since they figured the first print's already out there, the spoilers should be out there, so
yeah,
why not? As you can see, Bumblebee is not looking great. And apparently he's dead in this first issue. Now, whether that sticks or not, they keep it that way. We'll see. So,
yeah.
Are you grabbing any second prints?
I'm not. I haven't even read the first issue. I'm a little bit behind anyways, but yeah, I don't know. Like, as you know, a few of the guys have said, like we were born in the time, but it just didn't catch on to us. So Transformers, I like the movies; they're entertainable, but yeah, like it wasn't part of my childhood. So I think I'll pass on the books. But I mean, if I do ever want to pick up a hard copy, there's literally so many options to pick up. So maybe one day, but yeah, it's just not on my priority list. But yeah, we'll see.
I will say this from it. It looks like it is going to have, I guess, a bit more of an adult or a bit more mature tone to it than Transformers has previously had. So, although some of the Dreamwave stuff was pretty interesting, but yeah. So I mean, there's that. All right. Next up, we've got Daredevil Black Armor number 1. This is the Grassetti 1 in 25, and just a fantastic, Black Armor Daredevil cover. And this story is going to be set, back when he was obviously wearing the Black Armor in amongst the what was it called? Shadowland run, I believe, right? Yeah, I think it was Shadowland. So, one of those series that takes place in the past. So it's hard to say what'll come out of it exactly. Maybe some new appearances, maybe not. Maybe if there are, who knows? Yeah, it's always hard to say with these series that take place.
I am pretty excited for this. I originally just wanted because I'm quite the fan of Ralph Grassetti. So to pick this up maybe at $25, which is a very typical exclusive price, which he was kind of known for in the beginning. But yeah, I might try to pick this up, and then I kind of read into the solicit a little bit, and I mean, DG Cheshire, Chichester, whatever his name is, he had a 3-year run on the book, so like that's pretty impressive. So, yeah, kind of can't wait to see what else he puts up with it. So yeah, I'll try to pick this up if I can find it. So, and I'll be reading it for sure, anyways, regardless. I think.
And I believe there is a foil cover for this one also.
Of course.
Yeah, an open order foil. So.
Yeah.
Looks like it might be pretty nice. In case you can't grab the 1 in 25. All right. Next up, we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 37. And as you can see, we got a couple good covers on there. We've got the Disney variant, the Art Adams variant, got the A cover on there. There's also, what was another one? Oh, they're doing those fucking, what are they? Spider Armor covers or whatever?
Yeah, the Spider-Man 2 video game ones.
Yeah.
So they put out the first one very last minute. I think it showed up on previews, I think like on Friday or something like that. So there is that. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of those. So I wasn't even sure where to go with it. So
I know, right?
I mean, they're still doing the Disney 100 homages.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much the only way that they're, bumping sales on Spider-Man, because it's definitely not the storyline that people are talking for. So, yeah. But yeah,
what's going on?
I'm kind of interested to kind of read onto it. They do have a few tie-ins. There's the Luke Cage one, the Shang-Chi one. I thought there was a Thunderbolts one, but I could be wrong. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we'll see. So this is the beginning. There's like 4 or 5 prelude issues, and then there's the actual gang war event in itself. So yeah, this is the kickoff.
And this is, like solicitation says there, it's going to give us the return of Wreck Rap and
the scariest new
Spider-Man. Ugh. Yeah, well, okay, whatever that means, I guess. We'll see. All right. Next up, we've got Red Light number 1, Sarah Cho and Priscilla Betrayus. I feel like that name. Yeah. New series about an R-rated erotic sex worker robot thing. And yeah, she's apparently very good at knowing what her customers want. This is a fantastic Jeff DeCall cover, and there's been a few of these series that he's done for AWA. What was the one that just coming to mind? I think it was Hit Me, it was called, I believe, for AWA. He did a bunch of the
possibly. I think he did the one for Trojan as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Trojan was another one. Yeah, he did a bunch of open order covers for that. And man, people dig those, man. Like, if you can pick up an extra copy, it might be worth it after they sell out, because people go looking for them. So
for sure, yeah. When I kind of saw this cover, kind of evoked that. What's that book? The Forgive Me Father, number 2 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an exclusive or whatever, but kind of that same pose and the good girl art. So kind of nice to put the two beside each other if you got it. So. And yeah, AWA puts out really good stuff. I've been really impressed with a lot of their stuff. So yeah, we'll see what this one's all about. There's quite a few covers. There's also some like the not safe for work polybag ones as well, if you're that. And I think there's an NYCC or local comic shop day one as well.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I see you watching from the barber's chair. So dude's going to a wedding today. He's got to get the hair done.
Well, good luck, dude, because I'm sure if you got the same weather I do, it's been pretty shitty out. So
I know, right? It's fucking
here.
Yes. Well, maybe hopefully they're having it inside, so it didn't get too rained on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. I mean, I, I don't know how interested in the story I'm gonna be, but it's a dope cover for sure.
A lot of the stuff from AWA surprises me. So,
Yeah, it always surprises me too. Like
yeah.
I always think it's not gonna be like I'm gonna be like, I'll probably end up passing on this one, and then I end up buying the whole fucking series because it's great.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I don't know if you read Sins of the Salton Sea. That was by Cullen Bunn. I read it, and that was like the one of the first books that had a really disappointing ending. But it was
mhm.
still a good read as well.
I think one of my favorite from AWA was that No More Robots. I think it was.
Oh yeah. That's good.
That was great.
And I still need to get into the Resistance, which was kind of the
Yeah,
first
that's good
series
too.
that kind of
Yep.
kicked everything off with them. So I'll get there on it.
Speaking of Jeff DeCall, we've got another one this time as a 1 in 25 on X Force number 46. This is going to be taking place in, just furthering the Fall of X storyline and what's going on there. See, I think the X Force group, where are they trapped? I don't even remember at this point.
So right now, it's kind of the ongoing plot line with Mikhail Rasputin and they're doing like a mind control thing with
Mm-hmm.
Colossus. So it's kind of he's like kind of like a double agent for them and stuff like that. So that's what
Yeah.
they're kind of at. Yeah, but it's been good. Like I've been on it from the very beginning. It's one of the few titles that I still have on my physical pull list. So yeah, it's been great.
It is unfortunate for Colossus how much he gets mind controlled.
Exactly. Yeah. And the shit that they make him do. So yeah.
I know, right? Poor guy. Oh well. What can you do? All right, Baker. I did see your comment earlier, and this was why I had not highlighted it at the time because I knew we was gonna be getting to it. So we got Blood Commandment number 1. This is the Last of Us video game homage. Go ahead, take it away, Marvel.
Yeah.
You're
I remember seeing this one, and I know Mr. Hypocombo Comics, whenever he decides to tune in, will definitely be putting this on his his Last of Us little shrine that he's got going on. But yeah, whatever his name is, Simon, he's been doing really good with his Something Epic book.
yes, it's
This isn't
fantastic.
exactly a spin-off, but it's just kind of a little side project where he does, as you can see, he kind of does it all. Writer, artist, cover artist, and yeah, I'm
Mhm.
pretty excited about it for sure.
And of course, homaging the Last of Us video game. That's
Yeah,
definitely a good way to set your first issue.
for sure. Yeah, and he does a lot of these homages, whether it be video game or movie
Yeah,
posters like that. So yeah, at least it's got good covers for sure.
right. Definitely one I'll have to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We've got Thanos number 1. He's getting his another series. It's going to be, obviously fighting the Illuminati, as it says there, which is, is it a different version of the Illuminati or?
It is, yeah. It's Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Blue Marvel, Emma Frost, and Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, because I don't remember that iteration, but whatever.
Yeah.
So apparently he's fighting some version of them, and a lot of great covers, man. I
Yeah, I mean, I basically had to put every single cover onto them because they were all fantastic. I don't care what you say about that third one, but it's the Windows based one, and it's going on there. So too
the
bad.
Windows days, yeah. I think, man, damn, I don't know. Probably, I think my favorite has to be the Noto homage variant.
I
Um,
do like that one, but the problem I have with Phil Noto is that he uses so much like orange and yellow that I just can't. It kind of washes out. Like the character's skin that I just don't like it as much. I think the best for me might,
Yeah,
if I had to get it,
true.
probably the In Hyuk Lee one, the 1 in 25. But I think this is
Yeah,
an oversized book, so I feel like that 1 in 25 is probably going to be closer to 35
right.
$40.
Yep.
I mean, to get that second one, the Kunkka one, which also does have, I think it's probably like a 1 in 50 virgin, that
Of
kind
course,
of
of
digital
course.
painted style. So it's pretty much like an Inhyukli in my opinion. So I might grab that as a nice open order as well.
Hyper, what's going on? The only thing I think with the third cover, oh my bad, the Kunga cover, his head looks really little to me.
Yeah.
But other than that, I love it. All right, next up we've got Uncanny X-Men 141 getting a facsimile, and of course there will be the inevitable foil. It's just reprinting. First chapter to Days of Future Past, which is one of the best X-Men stories. Period. So, are you
Mhm.
picking this one up, dude, or Margot?
I am. I actually picked up the original. I think in like a 9.4 last year.
Nice.
Kind of whenever Destiny was kind of making her big appearance in the whatever arc of the X-Men books was, when she was a
Yeah.
huge player into that. Like I just fell in love with the character. So yeah, I grabbed that, and yeah, I've been happy with it. And of course, it's the iconic storyline, iconic cover, and all that. And actually, it's coming up on its anniversary pretty soon. This month, actually, I think it's like 43 years since the original came out. So they kind of missed it by about a month, but even still, it's nice
Right.
to have it. So yeah. I have the True Believers one, so that's got that really shitty newspaper quality paper. So
Hmm.
getting that nice higher higher grade paper will be definitely good to have.
And I think on this one, are they doing a blank on this one also?
I don't think
Remember?
so, which is weird that I've seen. I think it's Unknown Comics who actually ends up getting the blank exclusives. I think I saw them do that for X-Men 101 actually.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, another reprint for you. They're gonna have the whole X-Men line reprinted here soon.
Yeah.
All right, we got Deadpool 7 Slaughters, number one. This is gonna be an anthology style story. He's just gonna go around killing a bunch of different people, obviously, or whatever, over the course of a week. And personally, I've got to pick up the Mr. Garson cover.
Yeah,
I'm a huge
that's
fan of the
definitely,
Garson covers. Yeah, I've got all of them so far, so
yeah,
got to add this one to the collection.
for sure. But I think this is an oversized. I'm pretty sure this is like a $10 book. So that's why I want both.
Right?
The Greg Capullo and then the Garson one. I'm like, oh, like $28. I'm like, well, 28 US dollars. Well, not actually Canadian dollars when you convert then tax. Like, damn, that's gonna be expensive. But yeah, they're both so good. And then, of course, you see in that little bottom that Marvel did announce that the Wolverine was kind of the first of the surprise retailer um, little surprises, the one per store virgins or one per account virgins. So yeah, it's gonna happen again, and I guess with the Moon Knight one. So you know, get your wallets ready if you want to do that collection. But I'm happy with just the
Yes.
eight mostly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is a $10 book too. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Yeah,
Ah, oh well.
you gotta
Yeah, I
do
think I'm just
it.
gonna stick to the Garson on it. All right, we got Savage Red Sonja number one, uh, which man, I swear to God, there's a new guy, the fucking Red Sonja or Vampirella starting up every other week.
It
Seriously,
pretty much does feel like it, or like the Red Sonja meets Dracula, or Red Sonja meets
right?
James Bond, or something ridiculous. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
another
I'm pretty
passion.
sure Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just started over the main Red Sonja run, I believe. I
Oh
think it's only
yeah.
like issue 2 or 3. Yeah, some shit like that. And here we are starting this one over too, or whatever.
Yeah.
And we got the Art Autumn's variant there, so that's definitely going to be a winner for sure.
Hmm. And
Um,
they're so sneaky that they make the Virgin like one of those premium ones, like that's
mhm.
$100. I'm like, you bastards, because every other book, they make it, like the 1 in 7 or the 1 in 10 or 1 in 11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. They've seemed to be going with more of the premium stuff lately.
Hmm.
Oh well. All right, and last but not least, we've got Supergirl special number 1. Yes, she is getting her own special, and no, she is not Power Girl. She is not. Um, this is the Will Jack variant. They're also doing this one in foil, of course.
Boys.
So yeah, I mean, it's Supergirl, so I don't know. We'll see. I the 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 Tom King story with her is really the only one that I can remember being like a huge fan of. Um,
The one that just came out.
yeah, the one that came out not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Uh, Other than that, I'm not the biggest Supergirl, fan in the world. So I don't know a whole lot about her. I know there's, obviously, like I said, different versions with her and Power Girl and everything like that. Um, it's a cool cover. I'm gonna pick it up just on the strength of that alone.
Yeah, and I think Will Jack, is he not usually an exclusives artist? That's kind of what got
I
me
believe
into
so.
it, and then yeah, and the fact that it's good art as well. So yeah, I thought he was typically an exclusive cover, so to get him at cover price is kind of a no brainer.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, it's definitely just kind of a money grab. Whenever you even read the solicitation of she's back, now that Power Girl's back, she just kind of feels like where's her place, but.
yeah, redundant.
I kind of don't know where she's even popped up in the main books. Like I mean, like maybe I've missed her, but I am reading Action Comics and Superman. Now I'm like I don't recall seeing her. So what are they talking about?
Right. I mean, it's Supergirl. I guess we didn't really notice that she was missing.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, guys. Well, that's definitely the list that we got for you this week. So it's not too bad this week. Um, Not too horrible list. A lot of, like I said, a lot of cover buys. Not a lot of huge spec this week, but some sneaky stuff in there.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that. The Thanos book. Like there's right there. There's 4 issues that I would want to buy, and then the Deadpool one. That's
Yeah,
another $28 gone. So yeah, it eventually adds up, one way or another. So, you got to kind of pick and choose whatever you like the best. So,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. All right, guys. Well, that's the show that we got for you tonight. So, coming up this week, tomorrow, definitely check out BC over on his channel. He's going to be doing his weekly wrap up. And on Monday, of course, Baker said, we've got a great show for Monday. We have Halloween special episode of Retrospect featuring some horror books with Mr. Dan De La Torre joining us and Mr. Automatic Comics joining us. So that's going to be a great show. Always love doing those retrospects. Those guys are going to bring a lot of good information. So that'll be a fun one. So
Hmm.
join us for that. And we'll see you back here next week. Yeah, no Hall show this week, right? We just did that. So,
Correct.
all right, guys. Well, we appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you back here
Hmm.
next week. Later, guys.
Peace out.